Hi everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, I think you might have got this PPT about the plan and what we are going to have in this training module. Okay, so we have total 16 modules in this training. So the first one is silicon on board bring up. We will talk about like what are the precautions we have to take care and how we have to do the board bring up and what are the things that we have to check when we are doing the board bring up. So we are majorly concentrating on PCIe. So everything, whatever modules we are discussing, it will be on PCIe basically, PCIe base. And then we will see the C and register level validation. So first we will talk about C, like what are the things that we have to learn and how we are implementing register level test cases in our validation. Those things we will discuss in this module. And same Python automation and frameworks. So it's like whatever test cases we'll perform, right? The measurements like TX jitter or RX jitter, whatever we are going to measure, we will have Python automation. We can develop this code in C also. That depends on you, like whichever is comfortable for you. So we will discuss both C and Python, and then you can decide whichever you want. Or wherever you are working, if they are following C, you continue with C. If they are following with Python, you can continue with Python. And then say lab instruments and measurement. It basically these two will be covered in these two will be covered simultaneously basically. And then ARM processor architecture and processor IP validation. So ARM architecture also we will discuss, but it's not like complete ARM processor testing. It's like how much ever we require for post silicon validation, like when we are using processor in our SOC, how much ever we have to know, those things we will discuss. Same, these two sessions are based on ARM. And then we will discuss few analog IPs, and then we will finally discuss about PCIe validation. These are like when we are doing validation, right? We will have PBT corners and everything, so that we will discuss here, and debug things, and then hands-on lab, like whatever we discussed earlier. So, you have any doubt in this?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so it's showing my husband's profile. This is Shravanti speaking here.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get an introduction from you, Bhargavi, like what do you do, where do you work, and how many years of experience you have, just to get an understanding. That's it.
Yeah, okay. So I am working as post silicon validation, and basically it's both post silicon validation and characterization from almost around 9 years. So currently I'm working with Mirafra Technologies, and my client location is Microchip. Earlier
Okay.
I have worked in Samsung. Before that I have worked in Softronix, which is based in Hyderabad. Currently I'm working in Bangalore.
Okay, and complete all of your professional life you've been post silicon, or?
Yeah, same post silicon. It's like in that only sometimes we'll be working as automation side, we'll be working as framework side. So overall it is post silicon only.
Okay. And thank you.
So when we are talking about ARM processor only, we will discuss about tools also, like what are the tools we will use for the framework or to execute the test code and everything. So what This PPT contains the basic idea like how we'll have to do, what and all we have to do. You all might have got this PPT, right?
I don't have it. I'm not sure
No,
about
no.
you.
Yeah, we don't have it.
Okay, okay, okay. Then, man. Okay, for today we will go through with this PPT, and from tomorrow we will start each module. Like, uh, okay, for each module we'll have separate PPT. So we will discuss each module separately from tomorrow onwards. Today we will go through the basic idea, like how all together how it will look. So
So
this
how
PPT
long
contains,
does it take for you to cover each module? Like, what is the timeline? Like, you're showing 16 modules, right? What is the
yes.
timeline you're looking at?
So we are looking at around 3 months to cover complete high-speed interface as well. Close to 3 months, yes.
Okay, and that would be 1 hour per day for 5 days a week.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and we would have some kind of project or in the end or
Yeah, we have at the
capstone
end.
project. So it's
Yes, yes.
after
So I have
the
mentioned here.
course we are talking about is including the hands-on project or it is
Yes,
only
yes,
the
it's
theoretical part.
including. So, see, for example, if you consider ADC, DAC, this won't take much time. It can be covered in one day. Same I2C, UART, SPI also we can cover in same day itself. So if you consider like that, it won't take more than 3 months. But if we are stuck at somewhere and if you want to repeat again, then maybe we can take more time. But ideally, it should not take more than 3 months as per the plan.
Okay.
Yeah. So these things we can cover in one day, but PLL it will take more time because whatever you are going to work in future, in every project there will be PLL where you might have to characterize or validate PLL. So we'll have to concentrate more on this. If we have enough PLL knowledge, then any high-speed protocol TX testing it will be easier. So we will spend more time on this PLL as well, and this this will be dependent on your present knowledge basically. So if you are having all the C basics and everything, then we can directly jump to the validation part. If not, then we'll have to discuss C. Same with Python as well.
And what about like bring up and board bring up?
Uh, board bring up. It's like means what is your question?
Yeah, like silicon bring up. When first the silicon will come, like how we'll do the bring up process and.
Yes, that only. So if you see, like first we'll have to take some precautions. After that, what will be the bring up flow? We will follow that flow. And then I'll explain, okay, these precautions will be common for all the projects. Then we will take PCIe project and then we will have the bring up procedure here.
Okay. Do we have anything like SOC bring up phase or something like that? PCI only. Like.
And actually, we are targeting PCIe, so we have developed everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I see the PPT is more of theoretical kind of thing. Are there any like drawings or pictures that you'll be showing us in parallel to understand better?
Yeah, that part I can add actually. Even I have been thinking that maybe I'll
Yeah.
add.
Sometimes it is better to understand. A photo can explain more than words, right?
Yeah, okay.
Also, if possible, like SOC bring up also is one of the key area what I wanted. That is the reason, like I am taking the course. So
Okay.
yeah, that also if you can cover or some, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll add few sites for SOC bring up. So basically, the board bring up, even the SOC or IP, whatever it is, the procedure will be same. Whatever precautions we have to take, everything will be same. It's just
Correct.
that in SOC we will have to bring up few other modules along with whatever we
Correct.
are planning to serve. For example, if you want to do the PCIe bring up, then before that we have to do few other modules bring up, then only we can go with the
Yes.
PCIe. That's the only difference actually there.
Yeah, like how the SOC should come up, like CPU core, then they will do the other module
Yes,
initialization,
yes,
DDR, PCI. Yeah, so
yes, yes.
correct. Okay. Yeah, that
Yeah,
will be better because as a PCI, because any every interview and all, they will ask for SOC, bring up or CPU level like this.
yes, yes.
Can you tell about your experience as a post-silicon validation engineer? Like what projects you've worked on or what kind of bring-ups you've done? Is your main validation is PCI?
Okay, so initially I started working on analog IPs. I have experience in PLL, LDO, ADC, DAC, temperature sensor, ring oscillator, all those things. And then I started working on high speed. Initially, I have worked on display solutions team, so it will be more like HDMI display board, PPM5, and then I have worked on DDR projects. Basically not DDR, toggle IO I have worked on, and then I am working on PCI currently.
And we'll be getting the each PPT as well, right? Like as
Yes,
soon as we'll complete the
yes,
because that will be helpful to revise before an interview. So
yes, 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 yes.
thank you.
I actually thought you might have this PPT, so I thought if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys go through it, it will be easy to discuss. Like,
Yeah, can you just share it today?
yeah, I'll ask.
And also about mock interview, Bhargavi, are you going to conduct one or two mock interviews? What is the plan for that?
So actually, they already have some PPTs ready for the interviews. Maybe they'll share that. If you if you want to have interview mock interview questions specifically for something related to your work, then maybe I can prepare that. Like whatever work experience you have. For example, not everyone in this group might have PCI experience. They might have DDR or some other experience. Then we can discuss that about that.
But
And we can
interview, such there is no plan for an interview, like mock interview.
no mock interview questions. It's already available
Okay.
with the JastTech team.
Mm.
Okay,
I think
you okay
the
now I
main
understood. Yes, yes, there is a plan after the hands-on.
Okay.
Okay, I thought you were asking for questions. So sorry.
No, like a mock interview itself, directly
Yeah,
interview.
yeah.
Okay.
That we will have actually in between modules also, just to cross confirm. Yeah, someone is asking something. Hello.
no, nothing from my side.
And
Okay.
will not have breaks, right? Like other than
Um,
weekends, like
no,
if
no,
there is other maybe emergency or not well and all, I understand, but like longer breaks,
no. There won't be any breaks.
yeah.
And also like one suggestion, like at the end of the each module PPT, you can just put the reliable resources where we can study the topic in details. Because let's say if I search on the Google, I come up with like so many information, but like I'm just confused, like from where to study and which is like easier to understand. So I think you
Yeah.
know better.
So basically, whenever you are going through the documents, right, you better go through the data sheet, because these days in the data sheet itself they are mentioning like the test procedures or how you have to follow. For example, if you consider PCIe, you get the data sheet from the PCIe SIG portal. In that, everything will be mentioned. But it's just that PCIe, if you search for PCIe data sheet, right, you will get complete data sheet, which means there will be thousands of pages.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, in that I'll mention like whichever fields you have to concentrate more, basically.
Right. Yeah, yeah, please. Thank you.
Okay. Other than PLL, I think for PLL and LDO, I or other analog IPs, I'll give you the PPT with both design and testing. So from that you can, I think, get the required information. For PCI also I have, but if you want to have more knowledge on PCIe, then you can go through the data sheet.
So let's say for a post-silicon validation role in India, like I see there are quite a lot of validations that you mentioned here. So these are the major validation roles, or are there more other than this?
So actually, whatever analog IPs I have mentioned, right, it is common basically. And then what high speed, it can vary. It can be either PCI or I just mentioned, right, I have worked on DisplayPort and others, and even DDR also on the memory side. But
So we're covering the DDR stuff here.
uh, we don't have any plan with DDR. But if we have more time in between, then probably, for example, if we complete other modules early, if we have time, then yes, we can include DDR as well. Maybe not too into depth, but it's like we can add that into your resume that you have that testing knowledge at least.
Yeah,
At
can
least
we just
testing
add
wise, I
it
can
right?
cover that.
Sorry.
No, and, it's like design part. If we discuss, it might take more time. But if we discuss about testing part, it will be okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can
I
we
think
yeah.
basic,
Yeah.
like once DDR will be up, like how to validate and all.
Yeah, that part I can try to include in the schedule.
Yeah. So other than DDR, PCI, HDMI or high speed pro peripherals?
Actually, the thing is, when you are okay, any company when they are recruiting, right, they'll expect you to have one high-speed interface experience. Either it can be Ethernet or PCIe or DDR. So
Okay.
if you have one high-speed protocol knowledge, right, the other high-speed protocol is not that difficult to cope up with, basically.
Okay.
Because
Anyway, we are going into
concept,
deep PCI, right? So if we
yeah,
have a quick understanding for DDR or Ethernet, that would suffice, not in getting into deeper because of the time constraints.
yeah, that is what.
Thank you, Bhargavi.
Yeah. Any other things you want me to add in particular, other than whatever we discussed so far?
Other than it will be like also CPU, I think that we already mentioned, cache and all, yeah. Memory, cache, CPU, like ARM, that also will be because everything it is coming from CPU side.
Yes. So one thing is soft bring up, and then other thing is
PC and DDR.
DDR validation.
in the ARM performance, I think there also is cache and all memory mentioned, just CPU also like.
Yeah, it won't be like too much into depth, but overall, like how much ever idea we require for validation.
Correct.
Of so that much I have developed. So it's like if you want to have more knowledge on that, you can go
Yeah,
through.
that will be, I think, based on the company or based on our job role, we have to dig in and
Yeah,
get
for
more.
example, if you are doing only processor validation, then obviously you have to go through in depth
Correct.
for the particular fields. But if you are working as PCI, for example, PCI validation, so how you are using processor, that much information you require, I think.
Yes, yes.
That should be enough, whatever we are planning to teach.
Yeah.
So no one here are from ARM validation, right? Like processor validation, right?
Yeah, mostly I am looking for like my area of interest will be that side only, like ARM side, core and cache, memory, interrupt, like whatever. CPU validation from
Okay.
like boot till yeah, CPU will be up.
Okay,
So
so you are planning for CPU validation.
yes, yes.
Okay.
So I have prior experience on the like SOC CPU level, so it will be easy for me to understand. And I wanted just for the validation part and bring up so that I know like I have already experience with register read write. So,
Okay. Okay, so these topics would be fine, right? Like whatever. Okay, maybe I'll add one more here only.
And also like how nowadays like companies are using AI like in day-to-day validation work, because I've seen like people like the companies are using like a cloud code, and also how like what should be
I
your
don't
mind.
know about software side, but in hardware companies, right? Like so far, in Samsung, AI is not allowed; it's prohibited. So there is no AI impact on Samsung.
No,
And
no.
also, Microchip, they have their own AI.
Excuse me. I think Samsung is just doing with this cloud now.
No, that is what I'm saying. Software side, I don't know because there are two Samsungs. One is Samsung Semiconductor, one is Samsung IT software side.
Okay.
yes, sir,
So
I
from
So
yeah,
SRIB, I don't know. SSI Semiconductor, as for
no, semiconductor they have started. The means
no,
I
they
think the
have
head
their
has.
own AI. They don't have. They are not taking from other AIs basically, like ChatGPT or others.
They are using for like mostly VS Code integrated, so they don't use day to day everything for all. Like currently, how I'm working in
They don't
Qualcomm.
use, and it is
Yeah,
not.
so Qualcomm they have integrated to Jira, they have integrated to everything, so that it will read and it will like summarizing and all everything. But similarly, when I worked with SSIR, they have not done so far. Yeah,
No, they have not even using for those also, like for
correct.
jobs or other things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They are very
They have
limited.
started slowly, but they are working on their own AI module, not from the others.
Yeah, like they are taking the LLM and they are trying to trend, but yeah,
Trend
they are not
yes,
trying
that
to.
will take more time only as per their plan also. So yes, and even other semiconductors also, they are not working with AI. For example, like in the design side or testing side, they are using it for the other things like, for example, as he told, tracking Jira and summarizing Jira, or for example, if we talk about validation side, there will be so many instruments where we have taken AMC and all. So it will track all those information and it will send email reminders, something like that. So
So
maybe
code label, when like just I wanted to add, one of my friend was working, so I asked him. So he was saying like suppose for some script writing for trace 32 using debugging and all other else area, understanding the IP register level and all that level like day to day they are using.
yeah, that also depends on company
Company.
basically. Yeah, some companies they'll allow you to at least use AI, but some companies they won't. For example, if you say Samsung, they won't allow you to use. It's like, for example, you are writing, let's take PLL only. You are writing some PLL test case using Python. So now if you search like, I want to test, I want to measure jitter from this scope. Can you give me the code? Means ChatGPT will create a code and it will give it to you basically. You might have to do the modifications, small modifications according to your process, but mostly whatever code required code, it will generate the and give it to you. So yeah, for that part, some companies will allow. Say they are giving memberships also. Some companies they won't allow. So that is why these days what people are expecting is, instead of having you the program earlier, okay, once upon a time, like 2 years or 3 years back or around 5 years back, if someone is hiring post-synchronic validation, if you have C language or Python, that should be enough. Even though if you don't have any protocol knowledge, they used to hire and then they used to teach and everything, because development itself, framework development itself will take more time only. But now, because of AI, anyone can develop that framework. So they are concentrating more on the IP knowledge. Like, for example, if you are measuring jitter, uh, not just the testing perspective, they are expecting you to have some debug knowledge or protocol knowledge, so that if the test failures, you should be able to debug that particular test. That is what their expectations currently.
So, in the current scenario, are they asking questions about the Python or C when
They'll still ask you the questions about it, because all companies will not have AI, but it's not like how it used to be earlier.
they ask you to code and stuff?
That depends. If you are going for example, if you are going for PCI validation, it's more likely no. They'll just ask few questions like about the logics probably, but they won't ask you to write questions and like code and everything.
But for I think Qualcomm, Samsung, Amazon, and all, they will ask for coding.
Yeah, because Samsung is not using AI, right? But
Yeah.
even now Samsung, because recently only I have taken few interviews. That depends on, again, say I'm talking about teams, right? See, if you already have everything organized code wise, you don't expect them to have coding knowledge. If they have design knowledge, that should be more than enough for you. For example, in your team the framework is not proper and someone has to develop that framework. If the requirement is for that particular position, then definitely yes.
You said you're working for Microchip, right? Like Samsung, you
No,
worked before?
just this month only I have joined to Microchip.
Okay, before this you were
I've
in
worked with
Samsung.
Samsung for almost 5.5 to 6 years.
Okay.
Like this bag money.
Yeah. There is only one Samsung office there. Recently,
Yeah,
they have acquired one more building.
correct, correct. I was working previously there only in automotive.
Okay, you must to have programming as well knowledge. And actually, yes, people these days they are not only concentrating on post silicon, they might have pre silicon requirements as well.
Mostly
So maybe
FPGA.
I won't cover complete pre silicon, but I'll just give overall overview of the pre silicon, like how things will be. Okay, if you discuss post silicon soft bring up, right, that time maybe we can talk about pre silicon also, because post silicon and pre silicon, the only thing is in post silicon we will test everything with the real silicon, but in pre silicon we will test it with the bit file basically. Other than that, whatever testing we will perform in post silicon and pre silicon, it will be same. So then when you are explaining things, right, you can explain like bit file you will get from the emulation team. So you will just have the testing, pre-silicon testing experience, something like that.
No, I was getting called for more on FPGA prototyping. As my profile is speaking about the same which you said, right? With that images, what we are getting from the emulation team, we will be testing the silicon, right? Sorry,
Yes,
it's testing that same test cases which we develop for post silicon, right? But they
yes,
are quite expecting more on FPGA side, whether on prototyping or emulation engineer.
okay. So then, no, I am saying you will go for post-silicon validation roles only, but they will, okay, wherever they mention pre-silicon or post-silicon experience, right? You just mentioned that you have just tested pre-silicon set in the pre-silicon setup using the bit file provided by the emulation engineer. You don't have to mention everything.
Yeah, I'm not saying that one. If we mention this also, their expectation is that we have to be in both prototyping as well as post silicon. That is what their expectation for last 1 year.
Okay.
So other thing is, Bhargavi, like don't have experience in the silicon industry. Mine is automotive background,
Okay.
but I do kind of validation and testing. That's my profile,
Okay.
and so I don't know what your plan is about the resume build up and helping in getting my resume like ready for an
Yes, yes.
interview.
We will do that process once we have close to the closure basically, because even if you develop earlier, it won't be a
Yeah, but
helpful.
there's a plan, right?
Yes, we will do the mock interviews before, and then based on your strongest areas, we will highlight that part in the resume, and then we will add other stuffs as well. That's the plan for now. Okay, how about C and Python? You have basic. Okay, everyone has C and Python basic uh, knowledge, like basics.
I know like very basics about Python, but I would say like I'm not good at coding, so I can like learn in parallel.
Okay. What about others?
Yeah, I know. See, day to day I'm using, and Python I have used earlier, but not currently used. So yeah, I can ramp up on that.
Okay.
I'm in the same boat as Maulik.
Okay.
So, a quick question. So, if I have to choose like one language, let's say for particularly post-silicon IP characterization roles, then it should be Python, right? For automation and all.
For automation and everything, yes, Python. But the problem here is, so see, for example, you are post silicon means you won't always work in IP validation. You will work in SOC validation also. Okay. So in SOC, most of the time, most of the companies they'll develop the code in C. So in that particular time, they'll expect you to have C language knowledge as well. So that is why it's better to learn both, but you can have more knowledge on Python. Basically, for automation and everything, you can still use Python.
So, for what purpose C is using? Just can you give just
See, for example,
brief?
now you are purchasing one ARM processor. So they will give their basic drivers in C or whatever things you have, like your previous team members or whoever developed that code, they might have developed in C as well, right?
Right.
In Samsung itself, for few projects I have developed everything in Python. For few projects we got the code from the Korea team using C language. So we have to develop the remaining part in C, test cases and everything. But yes, measurement wise, whatever automation, instrument automation you are doing, that can be done in Python and C
Okay.
as well. That's your interest, but Python will be so easier. So everyone will choose Python for the automation part.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. So that part also we will discuss actually how we are integrating both Python and C together. Integrating C in Python, integrating Python in C, both cases we will discuss. Because most of the time here what we are doing, we will generate the main test cases using C. We will have one console where we will take the inputs from the user. That inputs we are giving it using the Python as of my working setup for now. So in the C test cases, what I'll do, whatever inputs required, right? For example, okay. For example, we'll talk about PCIe. We will say we will have different speeds, right? For Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3. So currently I'm running on Gen 1. Later I want to change it to Gen 2. That information I'll get from the user. The user inputs I am giving it from the Python. In the console, always in the processor side, always the C test case will be continuously executing. Whenever it gets the input from the user, it will run that particular condition. Hello, you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Maybe that when we are discussing in detail, right, it will give you better idea actually. So in the lab instrumentation part, it will be covered both instruments and cables as well, and probes, like what are the things we have to do when we have multiple probes, which one you have to select, all these things we will discuss here. So, okay, lab, I have listed what are the things we have. Okay, first, for today, we will share this PPT with you guys. This is just basic idea. It won't be the final one. So these are the lab things we are planning to have.
So it will be
Until there, it will be what?
so it will be testing on the real sock, or how it is?
Yeah, real platform only.
Platform
But
only. So
okay, but if you say PCIe, we won't be going for higher speeds. We will test with the lower speed only. Okay.
lower speed means Gen 1.
It we can go until Gen 3 as well,
Okay. So
but not.
it will be, yeah, it will be the thing how we will be doing this power on, right? That also will be following the lab.
Yes, like power on and then bring up, and then we will execute the particular
Validation also.
test, yeah, validation test bench, and then we will measure the results. For example, if you talk about PLL, we'll have to do, okay, we verify lock that can be digital or from analog also, from digital register or from analog pin if you have available. Frequency will measure, and then we'll measure the jitter. Like that for LDO and for ADC, DAC. For PCI
If at,
only, we'll have to. Yeah.
if at any chance, could you add any IP related to DMA?
Related to
DMA.
direct memory.
Is there
Yeah,
any chance?
yeah,
Why?
yeah.
Because
That I'll discuss with the team once.
what
Yeah,
I've done,
but
right?
I
See,
have the concept covered in the sessions, but yes, while we are discussing this processor, right, I have the DMA concept as well.
so just basic
But
test is
testing
only.
side means yes, we'll have to see. Yes.
See, I've done this PCI validation, but the thing is that I have not validated through the data. I have just checked that iterations only. Just will be bring up the link, and will be just giving an iteration, let's say 5,000, 4,000 like that, so that we'll withstand how much time it is just bringing up to Gen 4 or by 4.
Yes,
So
yes.
that is not they're asking. No, they're asking about the validation on how the data they are sending, and how we will be validating once you get any bug or a failure in these bring up.
Yes, yes. Yeah, okay, I'll see if we can add that as well. Okay, we will discuss that and I'll let you guys know actually.
And also, like as you have been taking an interview for junior role, so what is the expectation of like entry level role for silicon validation?
See, in my team, whenever I take junior engineers, right, my expectation is not on C or Python. It's about their understanding on electronics basics. See, if they have C and Python, it's well and good because I already have everything, framework, everything available in my lab. So I want them to be able to debug on whatever role they are coming for. See, for example, expect so much like protocol knowledge, but I expect them to have basics of electronics, like for example, if you say frequency, what will happen to the frequency when they are going on negative temperature side when I apply low voltage, or when I'm going to max temperature side and when I'm applying max voltage, and how the corners will have. That type of things I'll expect from the juniors.
Right, right.
And yes, I'll expect them to have equipment knowledge as well. Like for example, oscilloscope or DMM. The basic idea, not like I want them to have somewhere around 64 giga samples scope knowledge and all, but just like how the things will be there, how we have to measure and all.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
And mostly these days, what people are doing, see, if I expect C and Python also, if they don't have this design knowledge, that C and Python, I can get it from the chat GPT also. It don't have to be uh, company server. They can search in their mobile and they can copy paste everything to the company server. But now if they are stuck at somewhere, I don't have to go if they have the basics knowledge. That is my idea of validation.
Right. And nowadays, like since last 1 year, like I've been planning to like get into the post silicon. I see like all the openings require like at least 5+, 4+. So how like the companies are, I
So
mean, what's
actually, yes. So for example, if you say earlier, not only earlier, from past 2-3 years only this trend started. See, for example, if I had a junior, after 1 year or 1.5 year or less than 1 year, only many people are just switching the companies. So people, even companies also, they have tendency like instead of taking them and giving them training for 6 months to 1 year, we'll just hire one experienced person who don't require all this training, who already have the required knowledge on these protocols or whatever they are planning to have.
okay?
So at least not 4+ or something, at least 1+, 2+ there. Each any company are expecting.
Yeah, because like I have a 3+ experience with AMD, but my role was more on the lab operation and equipment side. So I think I position in like really bad situation. Like
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Understand.
yeah.
So now you are trying for post silicon roles only, right?
So like I have done the test setup for different high-speed IPs, but I haven't done like hands-on testing. I know the equipment in details. So
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Okay. So anything else on this coverage part? Hello.
What about like JTAG? We have received one like document for JTAG validation or something. Do we need that as well? Because JTAG we connect to board and validate. So how much knowledge required for JTAG?
Okay. Actually, yes. Okay. I think I should add JTAG as well. Yeah.
And also like all of these documents, like we will get through the portal or like we'll get through the WhatsApp.
I think through the portal only. Like
Okay.
Gautam will inform with that.
Yeah, it would be good like if we organize them in like portal. So
Yes, yes. The plan is after each session we will share that particular PPT. That is the plan.
yeah.
So tomorrow we will go with the board bring up. So I'll add that schematic and board diagram for better understanding.
Yes, sure. So I think that board bring up if you can explain more. So that will be I think question every interview they ask.
Yeah, sure.
Like
I have added enough information actually, whatever we face in the interviews. We
yes,
just
yes.
have to add this sock bring up part and then 1 or 2 captures.
Yeah, and what are the challenges or else like that also.
Yeah, that is already available in the
Yes.
PPT actually. So yes. So everyone is okay with morning 7 a.m. time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, we will fix with the morning 7 a.m. time. So we will start our first module. So total we have 16 modules. We'll start our first module tomorrow. For a moment.
Bhargavi, I would like to just have a short call with you personally.
Yeah,
Can
okay.
for this meeting or something, I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Gautam, can you add me to the call with Bhargavi?
Yes.
I mean, are you in the WhatsApp group, Bhargavi? I don't know.
I think there is one WhatsApp group. I am not sure who all are there in that group.
I also wants to discuss.
Yeah, okay, then give me 1 minute. I think Malik is there in that group, right? Malik, you are there in that WhatsApp group?
No, I think Gotham removed it. So
Oh, okay.
Hi team. Actually, the chat option is in LMS only. So, in LMS, whatever the documents or anything you want to share, you can share in LMS in your dashboard, basically.
We don't want to share the document or anything. I want to have a call with Bhargavi. I want just like to talk about my situation and want to get her opinion on that. So I want to talk to her personally.
Okay, no problem. That thing we will share with.
And also someone else wants to discuss.
Yeah, myself.
Yeah, okay. Gautam,
Bhargavi, are you available after this call? It wouldn't take much time.
yeah, okay. Gautam?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, Bhargavi, tell me.
Yeah, you schedule a call with Shravanti after this, and also I'll let you know once I have finished the call with Shravanti. You plan with Tamil also.
Sure.
Yeah, just give me a call right after this, Gautam. I don't want to keep waiting for you
Yes, sure.
later. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So if you guys don't have any other doubts, maybe we can close the call here. Tomorrow same time we can have the first session.
Yeah, sure. Thank you all.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Have a good day, everyone.
Hi Anbu, if you want to discuss something, you can continue. We are in the call only.